Hello, team. Monday morning message here, and just want to give you a preview of my team mail message this week, which is going to be continuation of last month's, where I talked about business plans. And of course, I think the best way to execute on these business plans that we're going to be preparing is to wrap them into the context of our pillar goals. And so, my message this week is to the teams in the field and at the business units is around how to use pillar goals, kind of the history of pillar goals, how they culturally align with our vision, our values, and those kind of things, and also giving them some advice on execution and how the best way to prepare those using team approach works best. My message to you all today is that you should be taking the lead on working with your teams, whether it's operationally, whether it's here at the home office in our discipline goals, whether it's out at our Paragon and or PCA business units. These 6-month goals have been very, very effective for us, but they require involvement of leadership and your time and energy to make them happen. There are lots of people out there that don't know how to do pillar goals and don't know how to do planning. Don't have to know how to make them SMART goals, if you will, as I'll be training a little bit on the Blanchard acronym around our goals. And so my call to you for this Monday morning message is to take a leadership role. The better we can do at getting these goals to be, specific, measurable, all those great things that come with it, and relevant for the next 6-month period. It gives a roadmap for each of our campuses and our business units to go on, and then we can update it and keep it alive and breathing. Believe me, since 2002, this is how we've gotten better as an organization in lots of ways, is being focused and structured and disciplined, and pillar goals play a big part of that. Besides the cultural part of what they do and the signal that they send to our employees, they just let people know where we're going. And how much better is that than if people know where we're going, what the end game is, some of the things that we're going to do to make that happen. And I need your leadership to help make that happen, to make sure that we prepare these. Derry and Dustin have just given us some fabulous tools this time as it relates to preparing them as part of key stats. But again, that's just the documentation part. It's the preparation, and then once we have these goals, we have to make some pillar action plans to make them happen, to set them in motion. So just a few words about taking leadership on that. If you need to be supported, don't hesitate to let any of us know that have been around a while. We can give you great advice on our pillar goals, and I'm giving you the great advice that the doggone things work. And we've got track record and proven sustainability over literally 14 years of doing them now. And no, we don't hit every pillar goal right, but boy, they do keep us focused on the end game and where we're headed just in a 6-month period. I would encourage you, if you're working discipline goals, you're working campus goals, don't try to do too much, but also make it important, make it relevant goals. And every campus is different, every business unit is different, but in each of the pillars, get your teams together, figure out what the priorities are. Let's make the very, very best goal period. In closing, we're going to have quite a month in October here with the fall meeting. Many of us that are attending the meeting have read a great book. It's my pleasure. You'll see a logo around with TLC on it, and talent, leadership, and culture. How more could that be trilogy? Getting the right people on the bus, making sure we have servant leadership and having great culture. I look forward to, I'm on my about third read of the book as I'm preparing to write my keynote and wrap it around the pillar results and all the other things I'll be speaking about here towards the middle of the month. But it's a great book. If you're not part of the fall meeting, we'll have plenty of extra copies. We encourage you to read it. Chick-fil-A, they're dead on the money in terms of the things that make, real quality values-based organizations. So we're excited about the fall meeting, getting together and celebrating, rededicating ourselves, the education that'll come about. We'll be having live broadcast streams of the keynotes and some panels that we're doing, as well as that awards banquet when people make the walk. And looking forward to looking into the CSS and seeing how many people are going to make that walk 9.50 and above. So anyway, all good news all around Trilogy. Remember those pillar goals. Be prepared on on Thursday, let's get those teams in there. Let's get the message up on the video screen, and then that'll be a great signal and start to what I know is already in process is pillar goal planning, and then we'll conclude it when we get our customer satisfaction survey scores. So it works. It's a fabulous process. Have at it. If we can support you in any way, in anything you're doing, don't hesitate to let us know. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.